In this video, I am going to talk about 4 different ways of finding out errors in your spiders. So the first method that is going to help you a lot is logging. For the basic logging, you don't have to do anything complicated. For example, in this parse method, let's say that we want to verify what is this value of link. So what we can do here is simply write self.log and this value. So it will be printed out directly. So let's run this spider and see where is the output that we have written. So as you can see that Scrapy by default outputs a lot of things. So it will be actually little bit difficult to identify where is this link. So it is printed, but where it is, it's actually difficult to find out from this long list of log messages. Now what we can do here is we can import this logging module, and as soon as you do that, you have one more parameter that you can pass here. So logging.warn. Okay, so there are multiple levels of logging. So let me show you how they look. So the lowest one is debug. Then we have info messages, warning, errors, and critical. So by default, everything goes to info. So what I'm going to do here is there are a lot of debug and info messages which are printed by default. So as we can see here, this is info message. This one is debug. So info and debug messages are what are printed on the console by default. So what we can do is we can set our logging level to warning. So let's set it to warning. By the way, warning and warn, they are same. You can use any of them. And this time, let me clear everything. And this time, just provide one more argument, capital L and the level. So I'm going to provide warn. So as you can see here, I set the logging level to warn, but let me put warning here just for the demonstration, and let's see what is printed. Now you can see that nothing else is printed except warning. By the way, you should understand, you should go and read out more details about logging, because you can actually do a lot of things from logging. Now the next thing that we are going to talk about is inspect response. So let's take this method, and what we want to call here is inspect, and this method is actually inside Scrapy shell inspect response. So this we also need to import. So once we have this imported, what we can do is we can simply call inspect response, pass in response as the first parameter, and self, as in the self in this case is this spider itself. So these are the two parameters that we need to pass. So this time when we run it, you will see that Scrapy shell opens at this particular point. So the execution has stopped here, and we have the Scrapy shell available, and you can see the URL. So this is the URL, and then there are few things that we can do here. For example, we can verify the selectors here. So these are the selectors, and as you can see, these are relative URLs. So that's why we are using URL join method here. And then we have one more selector here. So let's verify that. So these are the things that we can do like you would do with Scrapy shell. If you don't know about Scrapy shell, this would be a good time to have a look at the video. Another thing that we can do is we can call the view response this method, and we can see how the response is visible to the spider. So let's exit. Remember that it will be called multiple times. And why it is called multiple times? Because this parse list is being called in a loop, and I'm running it only for the first 2 items. So for every link, every call, this method will be called. There is one more interesting method which is available. So this method is open in browser. So it needs only one thing, response. And this method is part of Scrappy util response. Now what you see here is very similar to view response, but the benefit is that you don't have to write this every time and for all links. So if I run it for, let's say, 10 links, you can quickly see that all these tabs, they were opened. Let's look at the last most important method. So this method is how to actually make use of breakpoints. Now if you want to use breakpoints, there are two ways. The first way is to run this spider like a script. Now there is one process called crawler process. So let me import that first. From scrappy.crawler import crawler process. So we are going to make use of this. So this is our class definition. So outside this class definition, create an instance of this crawler process and let's save it in a variable. We need to call the crawl method, and here we need to pass the spider. Note that this is spider class. So the spider class is details spider in our case. It's not details, it's the class name itself. So that's what we need to pass here. Finally, we will call process.start. Now we can execute this as any regular Python script. So we can simply call Python details and we can see that this spider runs as a regular script. So the benefit is that you can set breakpoints and you can use your IDE, whether you are using PyCharm or you are using VS Code. Now you can use the debugging methods. So as you can see here that the execution has stopped here. We can do anything that we want here. So I hope now you will have a better understanding about how the error finding or debugging works. So that's all for now. I'll see you in the next one.